Welcome back to Access. I'm Ken.
And I'm Nicole.
And we just had a realization. I was kind of saying that Zephaniah, which is the book we're doing today, is sort of like, what you were saying is like Isaiah. I'm like, oh, it's like Isaiah too. Some people actually believe that Zephaniah might have been a student of Isaiah. But since Isaiah already has 3 parts, Nicole wisely said, it's really like Isaiah 4.
And then made my own Star Wars reference, even though I haven't seen it. Because Star Wars 4 is called The New Hope, which is where Zephaniah is.
That's actually quite right.
Yeah.
Zephaniah, doing the history of it, is going to go, we're going to go back in time again to where Isaiah was, which is around King Josiah. So it's kind of the 7th century BCE, and we're
pre-exile.
And the kingdom under Josiah is when King Josiah is a good king, and he's looking around going, you know, we have let ourselves go. The priests are worshiping crazy things, and the people are just doing whatever they please, and there is no justice. And King Josiah says, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to centralize worship. So this is when the temple becomes restored. The book of Deuteronomy is probably written at this time, and Deuteronomistic history comes together.
Thank goodness for King Josiah.
Where would we wouldn't have like half of the Old Testament without him.
I think I'd be okay.
But it's this sense of it's like your New Year's resolutions. You know, you get all those crazy advertisements in the mail about, you know, how sluggish and fat you are, and then how these clubs are going to help you. I always wonder, like, isn't that insulting in some ways? But
yeah.
But, you know, but it's the first day of the year, and you are sort of feeling like that because you've been through Christmas. You had to put up with your family, not just for Thanksgiving, but then through Christmas. And now you're just feeling like, ugh.
I like my family.
I do too. And I like my family. Come on, family, you know, when Jesus says, you will, I shouldn't even go here, should I? I'll just be digging out all day long. You know what I mean at home, friends.
I think sometimes it's too much of a good thing.
There you go.
How's that?
That's more positive. Go back to Zephaniah. Like, what's your name again? It's time to restore. So we're trying to get back on the right track again.
Yeah.
Which is
right the ship.
Exactly. So huge and massive criticism of the religious leadership. So as a pastor, you know, this is one of these books that the arrows are aimed right at me. But there's also criticisms of the rich, just like with Isaiah talking about, you know, you all have your 2 houses and your vineyards, and actually lifts language right out of Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know, you'll have your vineyards, but you won't get to use them. So I don't know. That's pretty much what I want to say about Zephaniah. There's this messianic, you know, this hope for King David's heir to come back.
You're stepping on my themes.
Oh, sorry. Jumping to themes is Nicole.
Stealing my thunder once again.
But it probably bears repeating.
Sure. Okay. Social justice. Big thing. I'm just going down my little list here.
There you go.
The coming of the day of the Lord, which we have talked about with other books.
Yeah, we know it's supposed to be positive.
Yes.
They're like, ching.
We're gonna twist it up, and then exhorting the people to do what is right or face the coming consequences. Exile alert. It is.
It's true.
Yes. And so that's where we're gonna start the book.
What is that? It's an exile warning. Turn it off.
Shut up, prophet. But Zephaniah will not shut up.
No, that's right. And if you can't laugh at, you know, massive destruction of a city and people, I mean, well, you'll be crying. And you're going to talk about
stories. We're talking about the very opening chapters. God will sweep Judah away.
I need a big broom.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And so in this opening kind of word against Judah, it tells about, it foretells the coming destruction of Judah, foretelling the exile, really bringing up those issues like we have seen in multiple other books. With the, you guys are wicked, turn back, right yourselves, or else destruction is a-coming.
But that takes us to the second piece, which is really interesting. This is a criticism of the nations that are around Israel. So it's not just Israel, and we're back onto the Assyria and Nineveh, and it's a criticism that it's almost like a modern city criticism. And he says, I don't know where he says it. Yes, he's talking about destroying Assyria and making it like a waste. In this exultant city that lived secure and said to itself, I am, and there is no one else. What a desolation it has become, a lair for wild animals. I am, and there's no one else. All I care is about me, and no one else even exists.
Well, isn't that an echo of Sinai? When God's saying, I am who I am.
Oh,
and
that's
that it's
interesting.
a rejection of God.
That's interesting.
Saying
That's
that
what
they
you
are
hear.
saying that they are their own gods.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I hear in that.
Yeah, and just so collapsed in upon themselves that they can't see anyone around them, certainly don't believe in God.
What is that? Uli and Kura say, city turned in on itself?
Yeah.
That's Augustine.
Oh, there's the medieval coming out.
Yeah. Well, he said hello, and Kura say, man turned in on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Yeah. That's what I hear in it. So we end with hope. Good way to end.
Yay!
Destruction's coming, but it's not a total devastation. There is going to be a righteous remnant, the stump of Jesse.
Does this feel familiar?
It does.
It
It
should.
really does.
Yeah. Like Isaiah again.
And where the start of the book is like their speech is defiled, they speak against me, and kind of how Ken was saying that they say I am and there's no one else. At the end, Zephaniah says that God will put a new speech, a pure speech, into these mouths. And from there, the new hope emerges.
That's nice.
Yes, and so you're brought down a while, but then in the end you're lifted up, which is the pattern for so many of these books.
Yeah.
And it ends on a really high note. And
And I like the sense of God giving you speech. You know, anybody who has created anything that's important, whether it's artistic, whether it's a piece of writing, you know, if it's truly great, almost everybody says, you know, there was a moment where they're not really sure kind of what took them over or where an idea came from, but it was like a gift.
Yeah.
And faith is like that. You know, we tend to think about faith as something we do. It's our action. And biblically, I mean, there's a little bit of substance for that, but most of the time it's this sense of, no, it's a gift that's been given to you. And anybody who's, you know, remotely honest about it knows that, gosh, if you have pure speech or if you have, you know, the ability to speak well, I mean, it's like it's been handed to you. So it's a nice, it's like it's not all up to us.
It's not.
You know, part of what we do is we prepare the soil so that when the gift comes,
it has something to take root in. For me, whenever I hear new speech, because it's a phrase that's sprinkled throughout the Old Testament, I always go back to Genesis 2, where God breathes into Adam, and that, like, the Ruach, the Spirit, that those two always go hand in hand for me, because it's about breath and speaking, that it's almost like recreation and restoration.
Well, in the first creation story, God speaks the world into being.
And it's a new
Nice,
speech.
yeah.
If any chance I can, I hearken back to the Torah, because that's my comfort zone, apparently.
Which you know what that is now.
Yeah.
So, yay. All right, well, that's Zephaniah.
Okay.
Why don't we come back with Haggai?
All right, let's do it.